He's actually the project leader for business growth at Nottingham City Council, and Richard's going to take the next hour to actually present what he does at the City Council. He's provided you with some packs, and then there'll be time for questions and answers after.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Right.
Richard. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that, Elaine. I'm the business growth manager for the City Council, as Elaine says. What I'm going to do is talk about the economic development service at the City Council, what we do, how we do it, and the packs that you've got are from our inward investment arm called Invest in Nottingham, which is still technically part of our economic development service within the city. Our objective as the City Council Economic Development Service is quite a long one, which I'll let you read. But basically what it's about is about accelerating the economy, particularly around repositioning the economy. Nottingham traditionally was kind of an old school manufacturing industry base, particularly based around kind of the tobacco industry, with John Players, bicycles with Raleigh, boots, and we also had a very large textile industry within the city built around the kind of heritage of lace industry and all that kind of thing. Obviously, as we all know, as the economy's developed, that kind of manufacturing, intensive, high mass production manufacturing has kind of died away from the more developed countries and has moved over to the emerging economies where it's kind of just an awful lot cheaper to do that sort of work. So what we're doing now is working to reposition the economy to one that's characterised about knowledge, science, technology, looking at creativity and innovation. Nottingham is one of the 6 science cities within the UK. What we also have to do as part of that is about making sure that those people from within the city actually benefit from the wealth that's generated by that change, by that transformation within the economy to one that's around knowledge, science, creativity, innovation, etc. Because Nottingham is kind of a city of two halves, if you like, with the economy. In terms of the actual economy, Nottingham's one of the best cities in the country, which I would say because I work here and that's my job. But in terms of gross value added, GVA, we're actually the 4th biggest outside of London, 11.3 billion gross value added. Yet, at the same time, the city, if you measure what's called the indices of multiple deprivation, I don't know if you know about that, but it's a kind of standard national government measure of how deprived cities are based on sort of education, numbers of people on welfare benefits, all that kind of thing. We're actually the 13th worst city in the country as well. So we've got all this fantastic kind of new technology. But the way that our service is structured, as I say, we're part of the City Council, so part of the local authority. We're broken down into 5 sub-teams, if you like, within that overall economic development service. The business growth team, which I head up, which is about sustaining and growing indigenous local businesses and promoting enterprise. So again, that's about starting new companies, getting people to think about starting their own company, setting up new enterprises, innovation, all that kind of stuff. The inward investment team, which I'll go on to in a little more detail in just a moment, which is about marketing the city both on a national and international stage and attracting new businesses to the city. So again, we help grow the economy through inward investment. The employment and skills team, which as I mentioned is about ensuring that local people benefit from that economic growth that we're generating either through the growth of indigenous businesses and helping them grow, or through attracting new companies into the city to invest within the city. Policy and strategic projects, which I won't talk a lot about because it's not my area and if I'm honest it's a little bit dull, is about how we shape government policy, how government policy affects the city, how we react to that. So it's kind of the longer term strategy of what we want to do. But today I won't concentrate too much on that. And then the supported employment team, which is a link to our employment and skills team, but specifically focusing on sort of employment for people with disabilities and helping them get and sustain employment through specific training, sheltered employment schemes and things like that.